good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your loud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big lots, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me.
Remember, fear, hate, movement. Right now in that chat. Fear, hate, movement. Just tell me that I can't. For the person who has landed on this and you're wondering, what the heck is this? Welcome to day number 4. Day number 4. Gather the people them. Gather the people them. Why do I want to have an event? Sweet Jesus. Good googly moogly. I have been anticipatory about today. Do me a favor and like this video. Head to the comments area and say good morning. Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Jerika. Dun, dun, dun. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Hola, ¿cómo estás? What's going on? Ah! I need that quote copied. Have you ever been involved in something when you just don't want it to end? It is this. I hear you, sis. I hear you. Yes, please head to the place and like this. Please take the link and share it somewhere. Go ahead and share it somewhere. Share it, tag a friend, post it on a page, send it out in an email, put it in your stories. This is going to help somebody. We don't even know who, but we know what the mission is. Welcome to DTDT. Welcome to day 4. As we say, gather the people them. Now, the question of the day is why, oh why, oh why should I entertain having an event? And the truth of the matter is that not only does fear hate movement, but when I felt stagnant, when I started this journey and I was like, man, I got to go teach something. I got to go teach because I know I need to help people. The truth of the matter is that I wasn't well accepted in the industry. I was definitely in the black sheep category. I was definitely on the outside of the conversation. I didn't have any good old boys doing anything for me. But what I did have was my story. Your story is still the number one thing, the number one asset that you have right now that can make you unique. So I made a decision to take my story and head to the stage. I want you to say right now in the chat, wherever you are, Tiffany, head to the stage. Say your name in the front. Michelle, head to the stage. Tawny, head to the stage. Head to the stage. I was like, how do I get my voice out there? How do I take what I have to say and get it to the world? Now, I don't want you to think for a second that I'm this super awesome extroverted person who's like, sure, I want to go talk to people. I have a natural. I am an introvert. So 100 an introvert. A lot of people don't believe me, and they're like, what? That's impossible. It is not. But in my heart, I knew that I had something to say. But more importantly, I knew that I had a responsibility to go and help the people with the knowledge I had acquired of getting to 7 figures. The truth of the matter is that the reality, my story was the only thing that actually made me unique. My story was the asset that I had. It was the ace card. It was the magic wand. It was the thing that allowed me to move with confidence and, more importantly, head to the stage. The truth of the matter is that they weren't even ready for me when I needed to head to the stage, but it doesn't matter if they were ready. It mattered if I was ready. I needed to head to the stage. The stage is one of the greatest opportunities that you have right now to change just about anything you want. And regardless of where your business is or is not, whether you're just getting started or you're like, Tiffany, I just crossed 10K, great, woo-wee. I don't care if you're right now doing $1 million. It doesn't matter if you've passed $1 million. But what I am here to tell you from my heart to yours is that you taking the stage, especially center stage, will change everything. Being on the center stage is not really about you serving your ego. Please don't do it for that reason. I'm so sick and tired of speakers who are there just to fill their ego. It is because you have an opportunity to help people. And here at DTDT, we have this crazy philosophy that connection is currency, and it's the strongest form of it. And if you're willing to entertain the possibility of connecting your heart to the heart of the people in front of you, or people who are meant to be in front of you, then what will happen is that you're going to serve them at your highest level. And more importantly, you're going to plant a seed inside of them, but you're going to plant it ridiculously deep and strong. It's going to allow you to bypass all the imperfections and things that you don't have. And it's also going to do something really, really important. It's going to allow you to not have to prove to them that you're the real deal. I'm not saying that you don't need to be the real deal. But I'll tell you, it's like so frustrating to know that you can help that person or those people, but you can't do it because you feel like you have to educate them, you have to lay the foundation down for them, you have to get them to see differently, blah, 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 blah. And then before you know it, you're sitting in a sea of, you're just sitting in a sea of. Your ability to communicate the problem that you solve, who you solve it for, what gives you the right, and why you want to do it in under 60 seconds is the magic to the kingdom. I built this entire world called DTDT, which has become something so much bigger than Tiffany Largie. It is a whole movement, like by itself. Whether it is that awesome person who is writing into us from London or the Philippines or Australia or Canada or Jamaica, Costa Rica, we've had clients everywhere. But what I know, what I'm so clear on, is that none of it would have happened if I hadn't had started with a stage and telling my story. The very first stage that I took a hold of was Facebook. Way back when, before Facebook even had lives, I made a decision that I was going to do 100 Days of Gratefulness. And if you're subscribed to me on YouTube, you'll easily find it. It's called 100 Days of Gratefulness. And then I did 100 tips of business strategies. And what I would do is I'd get my phone and I said, I need to learn and become stronger. And because I was scared. I was scared like no tomorrow. I was like, I don't want to be on the camera. I don't even know. I ran a 7-figure business that I sold, but most of the time I was behind a desk, or I just saw people one-on-one. And in 2014, 15, then 16, I was like, man, yes, I could talk to people on the internet. And what this gave me was proof of concept that there were a few people, had 8 likes here, 2 comments there on Facebook. I would take the phone, I would record myself, or I would have someone record me. I wouldn't edit. It was so scary, but I was trying to teach myself how to be comfortable with looking at me because I was uncomfortable with seeing me. I did that for 100 days and I built an arm. And yes, I uploaded it to Facebook and it was very good, but in a short period of time, I was like, I want to connect deeper because you can't really hug people through a computer. You know what I'm saying? If you feel me, can you just say, I need a hug? I realized that there was a part of me that was missing out, and I wasn't feeling as strong as I could be because I wasn't able to deeply connect the way I roll. I know some people are like, oh, I don't want to see people or interact with people. That's not me. In my story, I always felt alone. So the last thing I want to do is remove myself from amazing people who could possibly become new family members simply because of the fact that they respond to my story. I heard that in business that if I created this video, I could then create the video and then I could have a tripwire where I sell them something for $5, then something for $47, then $180, then $500, then $1,000, then I could get to the $20,000. I was like, well, sweet Jesus, that sounds like a whole lot of work. You're saying I need to use a computer for all this stuff? That is so much work. I'm still trying to figure out those damn AOL CDs. What are you talking about? You want me to do all that? I cannot do it. That was like me. I was like, listen here, people. Funnel. You want me to create a funnel to get, you're crazy. We can't do that. No way. So what happened is that I said to myself, well, let me tell you what I can do. I was like, I can go and find the people who need me. And I'm going to be imperfect because they're imperfect. I'm going to be whole because they want to be whole. I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be clear, and I'm going to be myself. And then I made a decision to take to the stage. I took to the stage and I started speaking. Speaking transformed my life. Taking the stage transformed my life. Utilizing stages that other people had built and had gathered the audience for me so that I could just go and show up and do what I do best changed my life. In 4 months, we hit 6 figures. And before I knew it, I was beginning to develop a reputation. But I realized that I was also beginning to create the positioning of who I was in the market and the fact that I wasn't here to play with any of these children. Speaking allows you to position yourself in your brand faster than anything else. The stage will allow you to position yourself faster than anything else. The stage. And what you want and need is the stage. What you want and need is the stage. If you are running a $2 million plumbing business, I guarantee you, you start speaking for the next couple of months, your 2 will turn into 6. Same year. You'll generate more clients, more customers, more better clients and customers, and then more importantly, you'll have customers willing to pay more money right out of the gate. Speaking will allow you to transform whatever it is you're doing faster than anything else, period. Today I stand before you and I have spoken on probably over 300 stages plus. I am a paid keynote speaker, and more importantly, I've spoken all over the world. I know there are some people who are like, oh, well, I traveled to such and such country and I did it once. No, I've traveled in and out of the US multiple times to speak in front of other audiences, and I've gotten paid. I've raised money. I have spoken internationally for Fortune 500 companies. I am a true paid keynote speaker. I am not a pretend international speaker. I have generated millions of dollars for myself and other clients. I have been featured in. So in the morning, what I started doing is I got there and I won't call it a networking, but they had some great orange juice and, things for everybody to go and take a hold of. So I go to the counter, it's like a bar, and the chairs are behind me, the stage is to your right, it's a big place. I'm making coffee, right? I'm making some coffee or I'm pouring orange juice, one of the two. And all of a sudden, I wanted to mingle with everybody, and a guy comes up to me and he goes, man, I am so glad you people are out here. I am so excited that you people are here. And I remember turning to him and I was like, you people? So I went back and I kept doing what I was doing. Fast forward a couple minutes later, another guy comes on this side and he's like, not whispering in my ears, but he's talking to this side, and now I am making coffee. I'm pouring creamer and sugar and whatever else. And he's saying to me, he's like, I've been trying to help you guys for a long time. I'm glad you decided to come and represent. I'm glad you decided to come here and such and such. I'll tell you what, that was a long, tough, deep breath moment, because there were two things that I understood. Number one, they felt that I was there to save all of the Black people and represent them all in whatever way. And the truth of the matter is that, dun, dun, dun. Okay, so it looks like there are a handful of people who cannot see me. You need a hug too? Does this mean we get to start this over? This is fantastic. All right, here's what's about to happen. We are going to start this whole game over. Dun, 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 dun. And it's okay. But you do have audio and you can hear me. And I love you. You heard me say that, but you couldn't see my face as I expressed it to you. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to start again, and then I'm going to pick up right where I left off. It's going to be awesome. Do not go anywhere. Look for the